Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Alex Kramer. Well, a Southern California school district has now postponed its vote on whether a local high school should have a Planned Parenthood clinic on campus. Now, it's clearly a highly sensitive thing to consider, so to help us understand all of the particulars, let's welcome in the president and founder of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily. Good morning, Nicole. Nicole, if it's okay with you, I do want to kind of jump forward for a second. Now, the latest update is actually that as a result of all of the backlash, in part because of protesters who actually showed up and rallied outside the meeting last night, the school district postponed its vote and put out this statement. Let me read it to you. Action will not be taken this evening during the regularly scheduled board meeting. The Board of Education at Norwalk-La Mirada Unified School District has no further comment at this time. Nicole, what is your reaction to that statement?
You know what? I think this shows that the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. We learned about this incident yesterday morning, alerted the news media, and within a day, this vote was canceled. I think that's really important for parents to know that they can make a difference if they see or hear things that are objectionable going on in their schools. Parents do have power, and we're seeing that play out right now.
Now let's backtrack a second. I want to get into the what ifs and the very particulars. So under California law, minors actually have the right to consent to reproductive health services without parental consent or notification. Now this includes STD treatment to IUDs, and actually there is no way for parents to ever obtain this information, as the contract actually asserts that all medical records are to be maintained by Planned Parenthood. So Nicole, is this where all of the outrage is coming from?
Absolutely. I think, many people in the community probably didn't know that this was going on at all. And the fact, again, yes, that parents, that's what California law is, which is horrifying in and of itself. But the fact that the contract specifically lays out and reminds the school of its obligations, that these records will be maintained by Planned Parenthood, it states California law, and then it also states that students who are in the clinic can be referred to other Planned Parenthood clinics for services that are not provided in the school. And so let's think about the services that are offered at other Planned Parenthood clinics. Hormone therapy for transgender conversion, abortions. I mean, these are the kinds of things that students could have access to without their families knowing it all. And as a mother myself, that's something that horrifies me, and frankly should horrify everybody, as well as taxpayers, because this will be paid for with tax dollars.
Exactly. So Nicole, the heart of the matter seems pretty simple. Parents and not schools should maintain primary decision-making authority over their children. Is that correct?
That is, and there's 100 years of Supreme Court precedent that backs that up. Parents have a right to direct the upbringing of their children and also to direct the medical care of their children. So the fact that we see schools across the country, not only this district, but many others across the country, trying to deliberately withhold information from parents, from families about their children's gender issues, sexual health, and then to make decisions for them, pretending that they're stepping in place of the parents, is betrayal not only of our rights, but it is fundamentally immoral. And I think that's why we're seeing parents across the country rise up in anger.
Now we have about 15 seconds left, but Nicole, you are actually located in Virginia, where parents have been extremely active and effective. Now, obviously, this issue is happening out in California. Now, you were quoted as saying families and taxpayers obviously should be horrified. This is what you've been saying, that a partnership with Planned Parenthood was even considered. So why do you think this proposal drew such national attention?
I mean, I think, we're a few weeks after the Dobbs decision, so Planned Parenthood is obviously front of mind for lots of people. But what we're starting to see is, Planned Parenthood's business model is not just abortion. There is reproductive health, but there's also this hormone therapy that is taking place in schools and, in clinics across the country at very, very young ages. We don't know the impact of that. And so I think there's a lot that's going on behind closed doors that families are worried about. So it's something we're going to keep an eye on.
Of course. Thank you so much, Nicole Neily, for coming on this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.